Hey, it's Dorleen. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm working on a layout. Now this is a companion page to the pocket pages I just did a little while ago. If you haven't seen that, I'll try to figure out how to put a link down below in the information box. But basically these are pictures of us. We were at the pumpkin patch a couple of years ago. So I just used the scrap papers or the pieces that were left over from when I did the other pages. This is from Simple Stories, Cozy Fall, Cozy Days. Ooh, I'll have that information on my blog, and that link will be in the information box as well. So I cut this yellow or mustard plaid paper to 10.5 by 4 inches, and I'm following a sketch, and this sketch is from Sketch and Scrap, and again I'll have a link down below. But basically it's two long strips of paper on the left side and then a little bit of embellishing elsewhere. So I put this one down. I just absolutely love that mustard paper. I was going to go with that blue because it's also so very pretty, but then I saw these scrap pieces or these cut down pieces. Now these are 4 by 6, I believe this piece is, and then I had another piece. So this is a really good trick. If you don't have full pieces of paper that fit the length or even width of what you're trying to do, because the photos are blocking that middle portion, you can use pieces of scrap. So this, like I said, is a 4 by 6, but I want it to extend down a little lower. So I was looking for another scrap piece, and you'll see me find one here. I'm going to cut that down, the width down to 4 inches, so it obviously matches this the one I'm just pulling off right now. But because those photos are blocking what would be the rest of that long strip, I'm able to use those two smaller strips to give the illusion of a long one. I'm using the word strip a lot, but right there, you see exactly what I mean. And like I mentioned, that is a great way to use scraps. And nobody knows, right? Except for the fact that I just told you. Nobody knows. So in this sketch, there's 2 banners up on the top. So originally I pulled out those just scrap pieces from those 2 pieces I just used, the 2 plaid pieces. So I have those kind of just laying up there for now. I found these letters, obviously cut from my Cricut probably years ago. I don't even know why I didn't use them or what, who, what, when, where, but I wanted to find something for it to rest on. So that's why I'm going through some more of these tags that were part of that paper line, and also some of those 3 by 4 cards. But I decided to go with this tag, and the letters fit on there perfectly. A little snug, but I like the look. It's really fun. So in the meantime, I didn't glue them down because I wasn't 100% positive. I'm going to go ahead and cut the dovetails off those 2 pieces that I mentioned above. And again, I didn't glue them down either. I still not really sure how things are working. Now this is kind of the gist of the sketch. There is a longer, it would be a horizontal strip that goes across the banners up top, which I just kind of pointed out. So I'll work on that in a minute. So again, I found those Cricut cut for fall, and I do that a lot. Sometimes I'll work on a project and either it's the wrong size or I change my mind. So I just keep them in this box that I have of just random Cricut cuts. And that's where I found the pumpkins and also the words fall fun. So again, I don't know exactly which cartridge or what image, but they're pumpkins. You can find them on Cricut. So I am kind of determined to use them. I'm just not really sure where I'm going to place them. Now, even though there's not pumpkins on the pictures, I know it's at the pumpkin patch. And again, it's a corresponding page to those pocket pages I showed earlier. So I will realize that as we're putting this together. So you probably noticed that I switched out on that tag. Originally I had like a pink one. I really like this brown one better with the floral, and I'm just kind of adding in another pattern piece. And I'm just using those zip strips to create that horizontal strip of paper up on the top by the banners, and I'll use it elsewhere too. I'm kind of debating putting a string there or a piece of that paper and just kind of a faux ribbon, but I ended up not doing that. So you see me here, I'm going to put the adhesive on the back, and then I thought, oh my god, I really like that floral paper. So I decided to switch it, and I like that better because then it wasn't so matchy. And even though it does coordinate, because like I said, it's all the same paper line, it didn't give that, okay, you're just basically doing the exact same thing over there in that top right corner. So I'm so glad I flipped that over and decided to change my mind on that, because I think it really made a big difference. Now those banner strips are just kind of, if they're not straight down, they're diagonal. So I am going to use my scissors just to trim off the edges, so that way it's, flush on the paper. But I hope you like this video so far, and if you do, give me a thumbs up, and also hit that subscribe button down below. I post at least 2 videos a week. One is always scrapbooking, and the second is whatever it is I'm creating in the Command Center. The Command Center is the name of my craft room and also my blog. I'll have all this information below, or the link to my blog below, which will have all the information as far as the exact name of the paper line, because I'm still not really sure what it's called, and any other information that you may know. But so I use the rest of that zip strip to just place on that bottom corner, and my adhesive is a little too thick, so I just kind of rolled it down, put the tag on top of it. I love these ATG guns. They're so huge, but they have so much more adhesive on it, so I'm not constantly switching it out. And I think I purchased the wrong actual adhesive, because this is like super strong, and I swear I put something down and you cannot remove it, or it's very hard to remove. But in these small little pieces where they have the stems, I just like to use that liquid adhesive. That just makes things a little bit easier. I did switch out the pumpkin to use the smaller one, because there are 3 different sizes, and originally I had that medium, but that's so cute. I love the addition of that. So as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, okay, I like it, but even though it's kind of boring, well, not boring, I just need some interest on that. I'm going to call it white space, even though the paper is brown. So I did grab some, this Dina Wakley, I think they just call it mixed media spray, but it's in white. It is so gorgeous. I mean, I've never really had good luck with white splatter, because it always seemed to absorb in the paper, and that white it's not. It's really gorgeous. So if that's something that you're interested in, I highly recommend it. And I bought mine from Close to My Heart, but I mean, I'm sure you can buy them anywhere, because it is a Dina Wakley brand, like I mentioned. So I added some splatter, which I love. But, splatter gets everywhere, so there I am cleaning a little bit. And then once I do that, I think, okay, I still like it. I didn't do any journaling, though, so I did decide to use those small words, or I think that's what they're called, by Tim Holtz, Ranger, and I did add a couple of strips of words. I'm just showing you that I still have more pictures to take, because now we went to the corn maze as well, so I'll scrap those next, and those will be, so that pocket pages will kind of be in the middle, and this layout and the one I do later with the corn maze will sandwich it. So like I said, I just found some little phrase here and there from the Tim Holtz little binder thingy, and that's a really fun thing. I'm surprised I still have some left. I feel like I use it all the time, but it looks like I hardly ever used it. And then I just used a black fine point pen, and I outlined very closely around the edges. I think it gives it more of a finished look. But I really like this page. Again, it's pretty simple, but it doesn't always have to be super fancy, right? But it is a lot of fun, and I love it. And I hope you do too. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and if you have any questions or comments, just leave them below, and I will definitely answer you. Thanks for watching. Bye.